welcome back to my channel. Today's going to be a very long day, super productive as well, because I have a few orders to ship out. I also have some SEOs to do, have a lot of marketing, so I figured let me make my coffee and chat with you guys. So someone had recently commented on my post saying that some people, everybody doesn't have a dream and people don't always dream, and that's complete bullshit. I'll tell you right now, everyone has a dream. The problem is everyone is not born with ambition, and everyone lives in fear most of the time. And I wouldn't say everyone, such a blanket statement. Everyone has a dream. It just matters of how hard you're willing to work to make those dreams come true. And everyone's dream is different. Some people dream of traveling the world. Some people dream of spending more time with their families. My dream and your dream will never be the same, right? Because we have different lives, we're on different paths. There's nothing wrong with that. That doesn't mean that we have to assume just because one is busy and one has to support or provide for their family that they don't dream. Everyone has a dream. Now, everyone's dream may not be the same. And I think it's a very blanket statement to make because we all want to live in freedom most of the time. I mean, all the time, hopefully. I don't know anyone that doesn't want freedom. And I think by making that comment, oh, everybody doesn't dream, it's so blanket. We all dream. Personal development and career development are all derived from how hard we're willing to work at accomplishing those dreams. The important advice that I would love to give people is don't worry about what other people think. People will talk about you all the time, no matter if you're perfect, no matter if you're not perfect. People find things to say. Don't worry about what people think about you. Don't worry about what people say, because no matter what you do, no matter the things that you say or what you wear, your opinions, your views, no one is going to always agree with you. There will be people that agree with you and there will be people that don't. One thing that I learned at a very young age from State Farm when I was selling insurance is don't worry about the bad apples. The bad apples will always be there. You worry about the apples that you can actually pick and choose. I also wanted to touch on people who tell me, oh, you just want to be super rich and you just want to have all this wealth. I do not live a life of money. The happiest I was making $60,000 a year at my coffee shop, okay? That was the happiest I was. The more money I make, the more problems I have. So for me, I don't live my life for money. I live my life for one thing. And that one thing is freedom. I think that freedom is so important. We are all tied up with life. We're tied up with work. We're just not free people, right? Freedom is what drives me to continue every day working at it, every day trying my hardest to achieve my goals, because it's not just financial freedom for me, it's emotional freedom, mental freedom. And you're the only one that can free yourself. No one can free you. So when you start focusing on how you can develop your personal life, your career, your spirituality, you definitely want to start figuring out what's important to you. What is it that you want out of life? If you just want money, it's gonna be hard, right? Because then you're gonna just start doing anything for money, and that can take you into deep, dark places. But if you start to live your life with purpose and start to accomplish your goals with what I like to call realistically, so making sure that when you are developing yourself, whether it's career-wise, personal-wise, or spiritual-wise, you know your purpose. Your purpose just can't be monetary, because you'll do everything for money. And when you start doing things for money, it's not a good look. I highly recommend just finding your passion, your purpose. Your purpose could be to spend more time with your family. Your purpose could be to travel the world. Whatever it is, I highly recommend that you're at it, right? You're at it as much as you can. Another thing that I love to focus on is working on additional streams of income. Everyone should have multiple streams of income. It's kind of scary, right? Where that's cool, you have your job, but it's like, what are you doing outside of your job to make sure that you're attracting or accumulating additional sources of income? So it's cool that you have your job, but you really need to figure out, how do I get another source of income, right? What is it that I can do to attract more wealth? I saw a video yesterday where the guy asked the girl, if you had 10K and had to start from scratch, what you would do. And she said she would dump like 4,000 into Shopify doing drop shipping. And I'm like, yeah, that's how you'll waste $4,000. Nothing comes quick, nothing is cheap, and nothing comes easy. And if you, whether you want to start a business, whether you want to invest in stocks, bonds, crypto, real estate, it's not quick money. You have to work at it. And you have to work hard. It might take a year, it might take 10 years, it might take 5 years, but it won't come the way that these social media influencers tell you, like, oh, you can get this, you can, invest 4,000 and get 40,000 back. Like, no, it's not true. It is not true at all. Like, it is unheard of. And if it is heard of, it's because that person had a lot of money to just waste and dump and try things. Whatever additional stream of income that you are trying to accumulate, you study it and you tell yourself that, okay, it's like planting a seed, watering it, nurturing it, and watching it grow. People on social media try to make it seem like, oh, I spent $1,000 on ads and made 100,000. No, you didn't. There are people who tell you, like, I don't do any marketing and I get businesses. That's fine. You have a hobby. That's okay that you have a hobby. That is fine. But when you have a business, there's a reason why McDonald's is spending $1 million a minute to promote their business. They don't have to do that anymore. They're McDonald's, but they still do it. If you go to Starbucks or Skims or Fenty, a lot of these like corporations, if you go to their Instagram accounts and if you click on their name on the top, it'll show you their ads library. I always look that up when I'm running ads to see what my competitors are doing. You will see that everyone's running ads, regardless if they're verified, regardless if they have 1 million followers. If Nike's running ads, Nike has like 3,700 ads they're currently running. Like, I look at all these major corporations all the time. So don't sleep on ads, but also understand that marketing will always live with you. So this is why it's different when you have a hobby and when you have a business. Whatever is bringing additional income and additional sources of income for you aside from your 9 to 5, I say go ahead and do it as long as it's legal. Stay tuned for more.